am John.
I'm Stephanie.
And we're going to give you just a quick recap of the Alaska adventure on Virgin Voyages here. But I want to talk about some of the things that surprised us or we weren't expecting. And, these are just from our perspective, so it may not be your thing, but just things that we ran into. So let's start by saying I was not as cold as I thought I would be. So this might be different for her, but I think when I envisioned this cruise, I was thinking I'd be sitting on the dock area. I'd be sitting on the balcony in the hammock. I'd be bundled up. I'd be wearing layers. I'd be wearing a coat. It would be rainy. I'd have my umbrella, my binoculars, things like that. But it really hasn't turned out that way. So when we found the scene, it's one of our favorite spots on board. And I will tell you, the first 3 days of the sailing, the scene is the best kept secret. And then day 4, it starts to get a little crowded. Day 5, everybody's in there. But you're wearing just regular, long pants and a shirt. It's an inside thing. And I think when it came to being outside, there's a lot of times you don't run back to your room and change. So if you're wearing just a pair of long pants and a t-shirt, and you're like, I want to go outside real quick and just check out some of the scenery, you're grabbing a blanket. And so you can get through. Like, obviously, if your intention is, I'm going to go sit on a chair and on the dock, and I'm going to watch the mountains from the top deck, then you're going to dress appropriately for that. But I didn't experience that a whole time. What do you think, Steph?
There weren't a lot of people out there sitting on the dock or on the decks or anything like that, because I think it's the wind more than anything. But it wasn't like cold, like I need a heavy coat to bundle up cold. I had on, layers, a long sleeves t-shirt, usually this hoodie, because my arms are always cold. But being out on the deck, on the balcony, wherever, we didn't spend a ton of time out there because the wind is really cold. And the great thing about, he said, grab a blanket, they have blankets on the deck, like the little towel holder. They have folded blankets.
We got
you can just grab
5 blankets in our room right now because we brought 2 back from the deck. We got our big red blanket they give us, and then they give you a couple burgundy blankets that are kind of like your room blankets for
for if you want to sit on your balcony.
I think another big thing that surprised me was we really haven't spent a lot of time in the balcony, on our balcony, in the hammock for that same reason. There's just better places to be on the ship, especially that allow you better communication. So, in my mind, you would have a couple balconies next to each other with friends and family. You would open them up and you'd be hanging out and things like that. I don't know if that's the case anymore, because you can go up to the galley and sit in front of some amazing big windows, and you can experience that while you're eating something and chatting with your friends and family. Or you can go to the scene, or you can go to there's a lot of different locations around the ship that allow you that same visual experience. I'm really surprised. Plus, I will say this about the hammock. You have to be able to put a blanket down underneath you.
Otherwise, your backside's cold.
Yeah, because you get the cold butt. And so temperature-wise, that's the biggest surprise to me. I actually thought I'd be colder on the excursions. Going into town. It was overcast. It was drizzly a lot of the days, and so I'm very happy that I did not bring a big winter-type coat. I had that fleece jacket, and I had the rain jacket, and then I wore layers underneath it, and I didn't even wear that fleece jacket on the 2 ports that we were in, because the rain jacket kind of traps your body heat underneath it as well, and I was fine. I was too hot a little bit. Every time we went out, I never used the umbrella. We have 3 ponchos, 4. Never cracked open a poncho one time. So technically, looking at the forecast, we could have packed a little bit lighter and said, okay, it's just going to be drizzly rain. That's just the hood.
But it's kind of, they were telling us that the week before that it was downpours, like lots of heavier rain, where ours was either very light drizzly or schwitzy rain, you know, that kind of spitting.
What else on temperature? I'll say I like the cold. I like the room being cold. I had the air conditioner on. She had extra blankets on her side of the bed.
I pretty much have lived in this hoodie because it's colder in our room, I think, than it is out walking the halls of the ship, because somebody wants to have the air conditioner on in the bedroom.
When you open the door here, it's like, you know, you've got a little bit of that wind coming in. It's not terrible. I think it feels nice. One thing that plays into that is the top sheet of a Virgin Voyages bed is a sheet with a duvet. Are we going to call it a duvet? A comforter? A light comforter? So it's like a two-in-one.
It's all one piece.
So if you're like, man, I get hot at home and I'm just sleeping with the top sheet and not anything above that, that is not going to happen here, because the top sheet is kind of a thicker blanket. So it's good. It's great. I enjoy it. But it is like a thicker blanket, so I like it a little colder for that. I thought I'd be in the hot tub more, but that didn't happen. We forced ourselves to go in the hot tub yesterday, Scarlet Night, at 7 p.m. because we knew nobody would be in there. There's only a few hot tubs, and they were typically pretty crowded. So it was kind of like, do I go back and get my swimsuit on and get ready and all that stuff and get some towels and go up there just to kind of be that extra people that can't fit in? But be prepared. You're going to get out of the hot tub. You're going to be a little chilly, and you're going to have a towel, and then you're going to put a blanket around you, and then you just try to get back to your room. So, yeah. So that is it. That is our temperature segment. So on to the next one.